for this lab, I made the IP address of the router just 1, so 10.0.10.1 for all the VLANs, just to make this simple. 10.0.10.1. So that's that command. And then now we have DNS. So for this lab, I don't have a DNS server.
No need for more bloodshed.
And just say 8.8.8.8. In a real world scenario, you may have an internal DHCP server, or you might be using an external DHCP server. For example, 8.8.8.8 is Google's DHCP server. And another command you can use is domain name. If you do have a domain name, we're just gonna say jamesy.live, that's my website's domain name. Alright, so now that we have that DHCP pool configured, if I were to go to the VLAN 10 computer, let's just test to see if it works. I already had a static IP address just to make sure the actual network itself worked, make sure we don't have any issues coming in. So we're requesting IP address, and you can see it was successful. And if you notice, it actually picked the first IP address that was outside of the excluded range, which was 10.0.10.4. You can see it has a default gateway, the subnet mask, and the DNS records. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Alright, next. We could pretty much just do the same thing over and over again. IP DHCP full VLAN 20. And you just up arrow until you get to network. Change the 10 to a 20. Up arrow is probably the best tool for the packet tracer or just any Cisco configurations, because honestly that's all you really have to do. Same DNS server. There's something else. I think that might be, yeah, I think that's it for that configuration. Oh yes, domain name. So you can do domain name jamesy.live, and let's test it. Look at that. See, and once you get it down once, this is pretty similar for a lot of Cisco environments. Once you get it down once, you could really repeat it very easily on the same device. So that's VLAN 20, and we'll just rinse and repeat. Do the same thing for VLAN 30 and VLAN 40. Okay, network VLAN 30, and then we'll have the same domain name, same DNS server, and the default router, which will be 30.1. So that's VLAN 30 done. Let's go ahead and see if the PC likes that. And there you go. It's pretty satisfying seeing it work right away like that, because yeah, once you configure it, the process is pretty quick. It'll get an IP address within a couple seconds. VLAN 40, and then network 40. So we went from configuring this to like 20 seconds. This is pretty much how it is. Kind of rinse and repeat. 8, default router, and this is actually going to be. This is one of my favorite ones to do, is the voice VLANs, because normally you don't mess too much with voice VLANs. Yep. Okay, and then let's go. Did we already do VLAN 40? We did. Let's see if it works. As you can see, it worked. So now you may be asking, how do we see the IP addresses of the phones? Well, I think we hover over the PC. Yeah, you can see if there's an IP address that we cover, but in a real environment, that's not how it works. You have to look at it and say, hey, what is the IP address? So my favorite tool. Oh yeah, you guys need it. Absolutely always use Cisco for my labs, just to keep it simple. Alright, so you may know about this command already, but if you're new to the CCNA prep, this may be a new command for you, which is very useful. It is called show CDP neighbor. So CDP is Cisco Discovery Protocol. It is a layer 2 protocol, which pretty much helps identify neighboring devices. For example, if you have an environment where you don't know any of the neighboring devices, you can show CDP. It'll tell you all of the, it won't tell you the endpoints like computers, but it will tell you the device. Now, default does count as a device because it does work as a switch, technically. So as you can see from this command, I can see my multi-layer switch router, 2 IP phones, and the switch that's next to the other one. But you don't see any IP addresses. So what you want to add to this command is the word detail. So now you'll be able to see all of the IP addresses of the intermediate devices. So one, there is no IP address. We'll say IP addresses. As you can see, it's blank. I'll tell you the version, image, that kind of stuff. So the IP phone, we can see that it has an address of 10.0.50.4. And then the other IP phone has an address of 10.0.50.5. So as you can see, it worked on that switch. Let's look on this one. Oops. I don't know why I did that. Okay. As you can see, IP phone 10.0.50.7, 10.0.50.6. So as you can see, the phones did work. I think we still do have one more VLAN to do. I'm just going to do that real quick. VLAN 99, which is our native VLAN. I don't actually have any devices that are going to get these IP addresses. Okay. And then DNS server, and then domain name. Okay, so there's that. Now that is how you configure a DHCP server on a Cisco router. I'm not going to completely go into this, but if you wanted to configure DHCP on a server, which more than likely in an enterprise environment you'll have a dedicated server for DHCP. We go to services and DHCP, and as you can see, it's pretty similar to the CLI, except you just get to put in the numbers on the one straight screen, and you get to specify the maximum amount of users, things like that. So obviously turn the service on. So I'm not going to get into that really because it's pretty self-explanatory on Packet Tracer, but in a real world scenario it's a little different, and you obviously want to see a different video for that. Alright, so that is my little tutorial on how to configure DHCP on Packet Tracer. So if this video was helpful for you guys to learn, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more videos like this. Comment down below what you guys would like to see next. Thank you guys for 500 subscribers. I really appreciate it. The growth of the channel has been awesome, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm glad I can help you guys learn in the tech field and get better at things like this. So like I said, the link to this lab is on my website. The link is in the description. But yeah, other than that, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. I respond to almost every comment, unless it's nasty, things like that. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.